Well, this complaint comes in the context of Lebanon's financial and political crisis and amidst allegations of mismanagement and corruption by the country's ruling elite. Well, let's get some more analysis now from our French politics editor, Mark Perelman. Mark, let's start by talking about Riyad Salameh. Let's not forget he is a French dual national. What's he actually accused of here?
Well, there have been many accusations against Riyad Salameh, who has been serving as Lebanon's central banker since 1993, so a very, very long time. He was hailed as a hero for many years in Lebanon for essentially helping lift the country. Now that the tide has turned and that the Lebanese are struggling to make ends meet, even to get dollars out of their banks, he has become the villain. And he's been accused not only of mismanaging the central bank, but possibly also profiting from his position to make money. There are a number of allegations and there are a number of investigations in Lebanon to begin with, but also in Switzerland. And now two associations have filed a complaint here in France. They want the French to investigate whether Riyad Salameh, his family, and those very close to him have benefited to acquire some real estate goods and even shuffle some money through very shady companies, essentially to benefit themselves. Riyad Salameh has said over and over again he had a fortune of $23 million that he got because he inherited money, that he also worked at Merrill Lynch, a private bank, before becoming governor of the central bank, and that he's done nothing wrong, and that he's being attacked for political reasons because everyone needs to have a villain and someone to accuse because of Lebanon's mighty problems today. But we'll have to see whether the French prosecutor's office decides to open a formal investigation into Riyad Salameh's money and belongings here in France.
Yeah, because I think it's fair to say France has been losing patience with Lebanon's leaders, their ruling elite, for quite some time. And, they've been saying for the last 12, 14 months, enact reforms or face sanctions. And that could include people like Riyad Salameh, couldn't it?
Well, clearly, the goal of the associations, filing a complaint here in France is probably to put more pressure on Riyad Salameh, but also on Lebanese elite, as France is threatening to slap sanctions against some of those elites in Lebanon, because they want those elites to essentially form a government and enact much needed reforms. And this hasn't happened. The French president went there, threatened, but it hasn't happened. So obviously, Riyad Salameh is not the only one in the eye of the storm, but clearly there's a willingness by those associations, by many people in Lebanon, to be fair, to figure out what has exactly happened with that money, not only his money, but the money from the elites. We've seen billions of dollars get out of Lebanon, whereas most Lebanese could not even go to the bank and get a few dollars. And so this has been really, really a widespread complaint by the Lebanese people, and they want some accountability. Whether Riyad Salameh will have to face justice here in France or abroad remains to be seen, but clearly he's not the only one on the list.
OK, well, thank you very much indeed for that analysis. Our French politics editor, Mark Perelman. Thank you so much.